It's going to open up the run screen like it does with the T-can. First, it analyzes to make sure that what its Z travels are set up properly so that it's not going to smash into anything. So it does a quick check based on what you told it the deck was versus the dimensions that it knows for itself. It's decided everything's good because it made it so you can hit the play button. Let's hit the play button and see what it does. So give it a second.
Oh, we made it! What a good
treat.
So you guys told it to keep going until it finds tips. So that's what it's going to do. It's going to move through until it finds the first one of tips.
You did good.
So the way this machine works to pick up tips is it actually has like a little tiny bead that's inside the end of it, and the bead pops out when the tips are present. So if you tell it the wrong size tips, it won't actually pick them up because the bead only goes out as far as it needs to, depending on the size of the tips. That bead just applies pressure to the side of the tip to hold it in place. And then when it gets rid of the tips, which you'll see in a minute once it's done the dilutions, the bead just goes back in and the tips literally fall off. Like they're not actually like suctioned on. Yeah. So you guys told it to do 5 dilutions. Cut the volume by half. So it's going to do all your diluent first, then add DNA to the first row, and then use that DNA to make the next one, use that DNA to make the next one. So it does all the diluent for all the rows first. And it'll work its way through. Got something? Does it smash anymore?
And set the physical back up. You're going to want to put some physical solutions. Drop. This doesn't fit perfectly, but always put it optically around. We're going to check the positions. Right? Everything's left hand justified.
This is our weight, 1 second.
Back.
You don't realize how long it takes.
I know, so that's what check changes.
Alright, that's your help. That's your head. It's cool. Alright. So, you guys might have noticed when you were bringing more movements this time, I noticed it was kind of smashing stuff. It's kind of unpredictable between the waypoints. You don't know exactly how it's going to move.
Yeah.
It's because you guys were using move J. So
Right.
The default that it sets up, move J just does the minimum points between the waypoints. So it's like mildly unpredictable. It's also the easiest one to program. Move L and P, they're based on so if you move something outside of the range of what it is, then their message will be just not because it's like you could get a linear movement if you just have this joint move. But if you have multiple joints moving, if you do free ride mode, then L runs into issues because some joints can do 180 degrees of movement, other joints can do 360. So if you move a joint that won't work with move L, it doesn't tell you that until you try to run it. So move J is easier because you know you're moving it to the spot it can go because you just moved it around the free drive, but it just makes it so the in-between is a little more unpredictable. So we're probably still going to use move J when you guys do next lab, but what I would recommend is more waypoints.
Wait.
If you can smaller movements,
Yeah. Now it's further up.
that's why we do this lab, so you guys don't spend 2 hours training on the next lab. Because the next lab sounds easy until you actually have to do it. Because it's like, okay, we just have to go in, pick it up from the handler, and it's like, oh, it only fits into the liquid handler a certain way. You can only pick up the plate a certain way. Right. It has to come out a certain way, otherwise it's going to smash into the liquid handler. So it gets more complicated when you actually do it. So messing around and making some mistakes in this one is kind of great. Yeah, so what I'm going to get you to do instead of playing is go to the movement button on the top there, and then you're going to press home, which is like kind of in between all the numbers there.
Oh my god.
Yep, and then you hold the auto button, it'll come back into position. Cool. spray, just go file. I think it's all good. I should get okay first. So I will file. And exit. I'll take it back to the main. This guy changes.
Where is that one?
Hold on. Do this. So it's doing the dilutions right now? Yeah. Yeah, go for it.
Why do sometimes all the pipette tips don't line up the same way?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
One of the settings that you guys put in is that if it doesn't detect liquid, it just goes to the bottom.
Okay.
So if it does detect liquid, it does those tips first, and then it goes to the bottom tips afterwards.
So there's probably like not enough in the
Yep.
the
Or it
original
just didn't
plate.
detect it because it seems to be like
Now there's
aggressively
like
fussy.
3.
Okay.
Yeah. We haven't figured out
That's
why,
why.
because it's like we put the same volume in all of them. I don't understand why it's being a dick, but
Okay.
it just decides that it can't detect liquid every once in a while. So I just turn it off. And then it's done on your dilutions. So you'll notice it did a little extra thing at the end there. That was it going to the second stop to make sure the tips were empty before it ejects them.
Oh, okay.
Which is weird because there's no trough there, so it
Yeah.
just does the second stop into the waste bucket and then puts the tips in the waste bucket.
Okay.
Don't really know why, but that's it.